nothing like a python dance or whatever you call it, because as far as I'm concerned, the masop will continue existing, even though the chief of army staff, the commander, died today, or even though the people that are agitating today die, the next generation will continue doing until this world end. No one can stop them. So that is it. They should forget about python or whatever you call koloko that smile. What is that? They should go and do koloko that smile, python dance in the Bakase, where Cameroon are tormenting Nigeria. That's what I'm telling them. They should go there, tell France, Cameroonian, we are coming with a dance, python dance, or what do you call it, koloko that smile. That is the only thing there.
According to federal government, they say it's all about security in southeast, not like in different states, like 5 states, Enugu, whatever, Abia. Well, they are expressing their feelings, but for me, I don't see any necessity of python dance too, or python dance, because as they bring two, we are expecting 3. You understand? We are enough with the security we have in the state. But I know it's all about Biafra, agitator, or whatever. Well, it's the federal government. They like to do anything that pleases them. So I don't have any problem with that, you know.
They are crazy. They got it all wrong. When I heard python dance the first time, what they said the first time is that they wanted to retrain their soldiers. But I read it between the lines. I know where they're going to. That's when soldiers will say they are doing training. Then some people block them. Violence starts. I know it will get to this stage at the end of the day. I saw in between the lines when I saw it on Facebook that this is their python dance. There are something under the lines that they are not really telling us. So when they say they declare curfew, they are doing this, they are doing that, I know it will get to this. But they shouldn't have actually pushed shooters. They are supposed to actually either send some, even few, not the way they push them out as if Nigeria is my friend was showing me clips of the civil war and how Kwashoko was killing children. They are gradually getting towards that stage now. If they continue with what, how can you just push soldiers into citizens like that? Soldiers are meant to defend the territorial borders of the nation, not inside a nation. Have they done that in Maiduguri? Did they do that in Sambisa Forest? How come they are going to the eastern people that are going about their daily business? Now they declare curfew for the past 1 week. Now they can't really do any business in Aba. Why? Why should it be like that? Citizens you promised that gave you a vote, you are now pushing soldiers among them. Okay, why not go for the Nnamdi Kanu and arrest him or look for how to dialogue with him? Why push soldiers? Is it the street that is fighting the Biafra? It's not the street that is fighting the Biafra. They are just some set of young men. They are trying to see, okay, we've been marginalized for a long time. Let's look for how to get ourselves some bit of freedom. Although there may be lack of education and some other things contributed to the way they are going about it. But what they're doing is not wrong, so they've been pushed to the wall to a certain extent. So I think if you say there's anything wrong with the security of the nation, the government is to hold responsible because of their actions. They think they can do everything by force. Nnamdi Kanu is doing it by force. Government wants to do it by force. At the end of the day, they're only threatening the sovereignty of this nation. I was even telling my friend this morning that I expect Donald Trump to stand up at this moment and say, come, what's all this nonsense? Why all of him misbehaving? Government is misbehaving. The Biafra guys are misbehaving. Why can't you guys just give... I expect Donald Trump to stand up and say something, but maybe he has his own issues. And maybe, we know Republican before to be anytime they try to know what's happening around. So at the moment, maybe that's why he's not saying anything, because he's trying to change the whole tide. But I think the government is wrong by sending soldiers to them.
No. Who declared Python dance exercise? Is it the military? Not the military? It's them that know what is Python dance. I don't know what is Python dance, but that does not stop it. It does not stop it. We saw what happened in South Africa before even they got independence. We saw what happened to the Israelites when they lived from Egypt to the Promised Land. Okay? So leave the people. And remember, by the time they amalgamated Northern and Southern amalgamation, there was a treaty that after 100 years, all the threatening users, anyone that don't want to follow can withdraw. And this 100 years expired in 2014. So what's the problem? What are you talking about? I come to your house, you are treating me bad, I say, okay, let me go. And you tell me, you must stay in my house. Anyhow I treat you, must be here. It's not fair, it's not proper.
I don't want to believe that. I still think that the government needs to have a roundtable meeting with the people that are agitating for this. This is just like forcing them to let this thing go. And there are people that will still be at the background, still trying to make this thing come out again. It can't. It can. I don't believe it can stop it. It can stop it entirely. I don't believe that.
No, it's not the end. Rather, wisdom should prevail. It's not the end. Wisdom should prevail. The Igbos, I will not say they are the best, but they have been doing the very best they can. So let us all agree Nigeria to be one.
You can't stop it. That's what I said in the last time, the dialogue. Dialogue is the best thing. In anything, even if in a family, when two are fighting, call one or two persons, two of them, then settle it amicably. So that will make a peace. For not destroying the country, way forward. We are one and we can't destroy, we can't pieces. It's not possible. You see Igbo in Kaduna. You see Hausadu in Igbo land. Then how are we going to depart? It's not possible.
We are one Nigeria. From my understanding, I want peace to reign in the country. Because as we are agitating to have our own Biafra, it's not easy to capture. It's not easy. A lot of innocent people will die. For as a Christian, what I'm trying to say that I want peace to reign so that will not be bloodshed in Nigeria.
I don't know. We will not really stop because this thing is out of hand. They are fighting for their own good. Because they said that they need the Biafra people say they need their residents and they need their oil, everything, the country. They need the country to divide so that they can get their own independence. Because this thing is dripping. All this oil, all these things. It's outside people that are benefited, that they are not benefiting. So that is why they fight for their own Biafra. That is what they said.
It will not. It will escalate things. That's just the truth. You cannot use force to solve problem like this. You sit down. You must talk. After the First World War, people talked. After the Second World War, people talked. After the Biafran War, there was no talk. That's why it has resurrected after 50 years. I was a witness.
It might put an end to it, but according to Yoruba adage, do you understand Yoruba very well? Yoruba people will say ibiti erin meji ba ti jà, where there is a kind of fight between two elephants, so it might put end to the fight, but many casualty. We are going to suffer a lot of loss. So it might put end to it, but after claiming a lot of lives and properties. So which is not supposed to be. I think there should be other way that this issue can be tackled.
Unless you say the army will stay there permanently and move their barracks to the east permanently, you understand what I'm saying? But I don't think that's the way the army operates. They will eventually go back to the barracks. The moment you go back to the barracks, people will start talking again and then expressing their views. Because you can't shut people up. Like now, you can't tell me to shut up. You understand? All you can do is, if I'm saying something that doesn't make sense to you, you tell me something that makes more sense. And because I have brain, I will understand that this guy is making point. Then I will keep quiet and listen to you. But if you use gun, I may give way. When you are tired of standing where you are standing, then I come back again. So I don't think it will stop it. Because like I said ab initio, it's an idea. The youth, you know why these things are happening. I don't think you understand. The reason it is happening is that some of us, we are too old to be alive anyway, is that there are things we enjoyed growing up, and these guys are not seeing it again. So rather than the country getting better, it's getting worse. Opportunities are no longer there for them. You understand? So these are the things that are in their mind, and they begin to ask questions and are not getting answers from the leaders. You get it? That's the issue.